offensive unit, we're just going to keep working and trying to get better and better each week.
Where are you compared to where you were a week ago? Are you guys further along, continuity-wise, and being able to do things together?
Well, as an offensive unit, every week you're trying to work on different things, and so this week we've had different emphasis, and we're just trying to make progress as an offensive unit as a whole.
And what do you think about being here in St. Joe? You've been here for 2 weeks now. How's it been?
It's been great. The facilities are amazing. The people have been great. Having all these fans around for each and every practice has been outstanding, and it creates a fun atmosphere for us as players.
Man, what kind of impact has a guy like Casey Wedman had?
Casey's done a great job for us since day one. He's come in, he's worked extremely hard, he's diligent about it, he's been a great leader in the locker room, and he's a guy that's had tremendous success in the NFL. And for a lot of those young guys, it's great to see a guy that works so hard and then comes in and just does his job each and every day.
Can you imagine a guy who's taken over 1,000 straight snaps? What goes into that?
I don't know, but you've got to be a tough dude to be able to go out there and go up against those big nose guards that they have and be able to grind it out each and every day.
We heard the coach yell today to somebody out there, the 50-year-old running back is finishing at every play. You got to finish every play. What does that mean to hear and see Thomas Jones, who is 75 years old, do that kind of stuff?
75. Yeah, that's exactly right. He's getting up there in age.
Yeah.
He looks good for 75, though. It's great to see him compete each and every day. And again, he's another guy that comes out and he brings that intensity and that enthusiasm, and he fires guys up. And when you see him finish, I mean, it gives those younger guys no excuse why they can't finish each and every play.
You were around the Patriots, but you weren't there in 03 when they had Smith and Falk, but Charlie was the offensive coordinator. If you look at the stats of those two guys, you're basically identical, carries, yards. Is that what you're kind of trying to get with Thomas Jones and Jamal Charles?
I don't really know. I think that's a question better suited for Charlie and Coach Haley, because those are the guys that are going to be figuring out their roles in this team.
How do you push yourself in a camp like this? You don't have a lot of help here, and you don't really have anybody pushing you. There's no veteran around to look up to. How do you push yourself and make sure you're going to be ready for the start of the season?
Well, I think there's nobody that pushes yourself harder than yourself. I mean, each and every day. And if you're at this level, you better be able to push yourself each and every day. And I also have Coach Weiss and Coach Haley and those guys grinding me, holding me accountable, getting on me about different things, whether it's footwork, whether it's reads. And so those guys hold me accountable just as much as I do myself.
How much different is maybe an older quarterback in his 30s, been around the league, to work with on a daily basis compared to maybe a Charlie Weiss?
It's an interesting question, because I've been around veterans in the past, and they bring a different attitude to the game and a different perspective. But at the same time, the coaches that we have here are well experienced and have been around the league and had a lot of success. So just working with them is just as much an advantage to me.
What have you learned from Charlie Weiss?
Well, it's a good question that you ask. I mean, you learn a lot of different things each and every day, and there's things that he'll teach you about reads, about footwork, and that that you can carry out and get better as a quarterback.
He said last week that he had fixed the quarterback. What has he done to try to fix you? What have you been fixed about?
That's interesting, because every coach comes in and every offseason, like I said before, they pick little nuances that they want to work on each and every offseason. And so if they're not here to try to fix something, whether it's the running back coach or the receivers coach, then they're not probably doing their job.
Matt, last week you said you'd love to play the whole game.
Right.
You're a little thin at quarterback, with Brody being out and the new guy probably not ready. I mean, what do you think you're really going to go? You think you'll go a whole half, or what do you want to go this week?
I don't know. I think, again, that's a question better suited for
What would you like?
Haley.
What would Matt Cassel? What's your perfect
The more the
role?
merrier. The more the merrier.
Okay. How much have they talked about tempo and being ready for that first series? Because coaches have put a lot of emphasis this week on that Atlanta game, that maybe the tempo caught you guys off guard.
Well, I think anytime you go into a game, you want to start fast. And as an offensive unit, that's always something that you strive for, is to start fast, get on the same page, and go down and put points on the board early. And that's a process as well, and that's something that we're continuing to work on.
How do you do that? How do you guys start fast, for lack of a better term?
I mean, it's just the offensive unit being together as one and working together and having some plays work out for you. And like anything else, it comes down to execution.
Is there any way to simulate that in practice, or it's simply the more games you play, the better you are at knowing how to start fast?
No, I just think it's something that happens. I mean, there's games where we start fast, and there's games where you don't. And again, it's a process. It's a work in progress, and we just got to keep trying to get better at it.
Is there a way to simulate the start of a game, kind of like with a pitcher? Sometimes they make them throw it in the bullpen.
I don't know. We've done a lot of that out here today. We've gone in, acted like we've gone in for a halftime, taken a break, come back out after that. So we've done a lot of those things to try to get ourselves prepared.
Most guys in the league find a favorite receiver. Are you developing one here? Do you have a guy that you feel real comfortable with on this roster?
I love all my receivers. They're great.
Wouldn't you like to have a guy?
Huh?
Would you like to have a?
They're all my guys. Come on, let's go. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.